This is a story time for the older kids, kind of the library kids club, kindergarten to about 4th grade. However, as I said before, everybody can enjoy a story time. Now, as we all know, this is a holiday time, lots of things going on. Unfortunately, we can't be out and about with these things, but maybe a few stories would be fun to have to celebrate. So right now we're getting ready for Hanukkah. I think in a couple days Hanukkah will start, and that is a celebration, a holiday for all of our Jewish friends. And then after that, of course, comes Christmas, which is a wonderful holiday also, and that is celebrated by our Christian friends. And then there's also another special time that comes up, a celebration, Kwanzaa. It's right after Christmas. And Kwanzaa is a celebration for African American friends who are celebrating their heritage. So as you can see here, I have a lot of different books, and throughout the library we have a lot of books on all of those subjects or themes. Now, I have 2 books that I found that are going to be some fun reading. I hope you enjoy. However, the one story that I was hoping to have for Kwanzaa, I had to get from another library, and it didn't get here in time. But I have another book I could just show you, and we could have for, maybe you can borrow it if you'd like to read it. So we're going to get started with our first holiday that's coming up, Hanukkah. And as I've mentioned in my other story times, I do love the old lady who swallowed something. This time I found, I know an old lady who swallowed a dreidel. I know an old lady who swallowed a dreidel. What could happen in this story? I know an old lady who swallowed a dreidel. A Hanukkah dreidel she thought was a bagel. Perhaps it's fatal. I know an old lady who swallowed some oil, a pitcher of oil about ready to boil. She swallowed the oil to wash down the dreidel. A Hanukkah dreidel she thought was a bagel. Perhaps it was fatal. I know an old lady who swallowed some latkes. 5 platters of latkes, hot from the patkas. She swallowed the latkes to fry in the oil that bubbled and tumbled about ready to boil. She swallowed the oil to wash down the dreidel, a Hanukkah dreidel, she thought was a bagel. Perhaps it's fatal? I know an old lady who swallowed some sauce, some smooth applesauce that she downed in a toss. She swallowed the sauce to sweeten the latkes. She swallowed the latkes to fry in the oil that bubbled and tumbled about ready to boil. She swallowed the oil to wash down the dreidel, a Hanukkah dreidel, that she thought was a bagel. Perhaps it's fatal? I know an old lady who swallowed a brisket. A 20-ton brisket? She thought she could risk it. She swallowed the brisket to soak in the sauce. She swallowed the sauce to sweeten the latkes. She swallowed the latkes to fry in the oil that bubbled and tumbled about ready to boil. She swallowed the oil to wash down the dreidel, a Hanukkah dreidel she thought was a bagel. Perhaps it's fatal? I know an old lady who swallowed some gelt. A mine full of gelt before it could melt. She swallowed the gelt to follow the brisket. She swallowed the brisket to soak in the sauce. She swallowed the sauce to sweeten the latkes. She swallowed the latkes to fry in the oil that bubbled and tumbled about ready to boil. She swallowed the oil to wash down the dreidel, a Hanukkah dreidel she thought was a bagel. Perhaps it's fatal. I know an old lady who swallowed a menorah, a mountainous menorah, while she danced the hora. She swallowed the menorah that stood near the gelt. She swallowed the gelt to follow the brisket. She swallowed the brisket to soak in the sauce. She swallowed the sauce to sweeten the latkes. She swallowed the latkes to fry in the oil that bubbled and tumbled about ready to boil. She swallowed the oil to wash down the dreidel, a Hanukkah dreidel she thought was a bagel. Perhaps it's fatal. I know an old lady who swallowed some candles. 8 skyscraping candles were all she could handle. She swallowed the candles that lit the menorah. She stood near the gelt that followed the brisket, that soaked in the sauce, that sweetened the latkes, that fried in the oil, that washed down the dreidel, a Hanukkah dreidel that she thought was a bagel. Brr. Perhaps it wasn't fatal. And there she is, enjoying Hanukkah with family. And that is our story of I know an old lady who swallowed a dreidel. Now I have another story. How to catch an elf. That would be kind of fun to catch an elf. Some of you may have elf on a shelf. So this elf has quite a job. Wait till you see. How to catch an elf. It's Christmas Eve. Hip hip hooray! Yes, Santa's coming around. He's bringing toys to girls and boys in every house in town. Some kids have tried to catch him, but Santa's fast, you see. So they've set their eyes on a smaller prize, and now they're after me. I'm not my friend upon a shelf who comes each year and sits. No, I've got style and I've got grace. I'm the elf that never quits. Now Santa's ready. Time to go. I'm sure your traps are scary. I'll do my best to dodge them all and leave you feeling merry. In I go to Emma's house to make sure all is clear. A tinsel net? Oh, that's just fun. I won't get caught in here. Jaden's trap cannot be missed. I think it's double-sided. He's got his spot on my naughty list. You bet that's been decided. Oh my goodness, all in the sticky tape. Another house is filled with treats. These kids are getting smarter. I can't resist the candy canes. My job is getting harder. Santa slowly lowers me into a dangerous room. If I touch down, he won't just frown. There'll be a bon bon boom. Your Christmas maze is all laid out. My work's no longer cushy. I safely brought you all your gifts, and hey, you zapped my tushy. And now my radar's perking up. The next one's quite a chore. We don't yet know what lies ahead in this family's grocery store. We run inside and get caught up in an avalanche of food. We've seen all kinds of traps before, but not this magnitude. The diner cannon burps and spits and shoots out ham and gravy. And then it follows with dessert. Please, Santa, will you save me? We tumble down the waterfall above the Eggnog River. But Santa and I are an awesome team. Together, we deliver. And now it's time for us to leave. Our night is nearly done. You tried your best this Christmas Eve, so Merry Christmas to everyone. That's a fun story. Yeah, Christmas Eve, traps are set. Have you ever tried to trap an elf or Santa or anything? Or, I know some of you try to set traps for the leprechauns, because some of you had told me about the traps you set for leprechauns. So, I'm just wondering if you have an elf on the shelf, or if you do like to set little traps for the elves with Santa. Oops. And now, as I mentioned, I wanted to have kind of a cute, funny story with Kwanzaa, but the book didn't come in time, and I apologize. However, I did want to mention that we do have one story. It's called A Kwanzaa Miracle. And it is about Ashley and her brother Daryl. They can't wait for the celebration of Kwanzaa to begin. Everyone in the apartment building is helping to plan the festivities except mean old Mrs. Jackson. But then the children decide to do something extra special this Kwanzaa to help cheer up their lonely neighbor. You can read along in this story as Ashley and Daryl take part in a Kwanzaa ceremony that they will never, ever forget. So this may be a nice story to read as Kwanzaa approaches toward the end of December. So that is my suggestion for a Kwanzaa story. And as I said, we have lots and lots of storybooks, information books, all on Christmas and Hanukkah and Kwanzaa. And, oh, I almost forgot. We have two take and makes, if you're interested. One is a Christmas countdown. You could always get one and do it with a friend or with a brother or sister. Now, we started our Christmas countdown, and today is finally the 8th, and we were filling all the dates in with cotton balls. That's one way you could do this. You could also, if mom or dad or grandma and somebody has buttons around the house, you could even put buttons on. In fact, it might be fun if you have color buttons. You can even put red or green or yellow. Make his beard a very interesting beard. Most of you, I'm sure, have markers or crayons. Another good way to fill in Santa's beard as you count off the days until Christmas. Stickers. We happen to have just these white dot stickers. Maybe you have something like that around the house that you could use. And last but not least suggestion, somebody said marshmallows. So if mom or dad would allow you to, you get a bag of marshmallows and put a marshmallow on to make Santa's beard. That'd be kind of different, wouldn't it? Sounds like fun. So these we're going to have on the table, the tabletop pickup. So if you want to come in and get one, mom or dad, come in and get one, feel free to do so. But the actual take and make is an idea from one of my favorite Christmas stories, Gingerbread Pirates. Now, all of these holidays do include food and feasts and desserts and all. in their celebrations. Christmas, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, all of them have different feasts and different special recipes and all. And I know a lot of people around the holiday times enjoy making cookies. And one very popular type of cookie at Christmas time or at the holiday time is gingerbread men, gingerbread women, gingerbread babies, gingerbread girls, gingerbread boys, gingerbread dogs, any type of gingerbread cookie you would like to make. And it made me think, because this is one of my favorite stories for Christmas. So we have a gingerbread character that you could put together. All the pieces would be in the take and make. Now, of course, if you have other things at home to make up your gingerbread person, you could. Or if you have a brother, sister, cousin, somebody younger or older, like maybe, a grandmom, grandpop, somebody, you could even make a gingerbread card where you make the gingerbread character and on the back write a note to someone you care about. So that's the take and make this time. Everything will be in the take and make. The library is open, so you just come in and ask for the gingerbread take and make, and it'll be there. So that is our time for our holiday stories, holiday get-together. I hope everyone has wonderful holidays coming up. I hope soon people will be able to come in for a length of time so we can get together again for after-school type of story times and clubs. But for now, every once in a while we will have our story time, so take care. Everybody be safe over the holidays, and story times, I will see you again next year. Bye-bye.